Howdy all. Today we're going to take a dead head and see if we can't clean it up good for the wall. I'm just going to give you something creative today because I cannot figure out what YouTube wants from us. I don't even want to get into that. I want this thing to be positive. I hope I can encourage you. I have never done this, but I'm going to make essentially a topsoil scrub. I'm going to use some fresh lawn clippings. I'm going to use some topsoil, some wood stains, some coffee grounds. I'm going to make a big heavy mixture of what would be something that animal would experience in the wild, and I'm going to scrub this old dead head just with a pair of gloves. I'm just going to grind it in there just like he would naturally polish off velvet and develop that iconic brown look. Then I'm going to cut it off the skull cap. We'll crown mount it, but hopefully this will be a beautiful project. I'll get a close-up of what it looks like now and what it looks like when we're done. Beautiful bowl. For those of you guys like this that are cleaning up stuff that's been sitting behind the barn or in grandpa's shop, I think it pays a lot of respect to those animals that we've harvested or found dead or whatever, to get them up on our walls. Let's get it done. Thanks for watching. Gorgeous.
No, you said that without even looking.
You're being recorded though.
Huh?
You're being recorded.
Gosh.
Come on, what are you doing? I'm using that footage too. Alright, this did not turn out the way I wanted it to, or assumed it might. It did take on some color, it did knock down some of the high sides, but it's not exactly what I wanted. When the velvet is on those horns, it creates little veins and grooves within the horn, which essentially is bone. And that's what gives it all that beautiful knurling and things like that. And then when it comes off, it'd be like a sunburn for us, and it itches, I'm assuming. And so they rub their head on the trees and create that beautiful look. So you've got sap, sticky, green leaves, all the things that I was trying to do with the mix. And then when they polish, the inside, the deeper layer of bone takes the color, and the outside polishes white. So you have highs and lows. So plan B. I'm going to use a stain plus poly. So it's a tinted polyurethane. This one's kind of dark, and I'm going to brush it on. I don't like the paints that I've used in the past because I think they chip, and I'm just always trying something new. I can't quite get it as good as my buddy Keith can with the paint. So I'm going to give it a coat of this American Chestnut Satin Stain. Once it's dry, I'm going to hit it with sandpaper and try and remove the top layer of stain, exposing white antler or bone. Let's see what happens. If this thing stays like this, I am going to be so excited. I just put this on. It's only been on 10 minutes. Super hot day, but It's got a great hand feel. It doesn't feel like a chalk antler at all. I'm gonna give it several hours because the can says to, and then I'm gonna scuff it. But it's got a real nice like satin finish, which is really natural looking. Oh man, I'm stoked. I got a little ahead of myself and I started to sand those horns, and I was working that form while it was still wet, and I cracked it. I would say do all this sanding before you shape this, but either way, I'm going to take a little Bondo. I'm going to patch all that up real quick. Just make for a real nice, solid frame. I like the way it looks. It turned out good. Exactly what I was exactly what I was hoping it would look like. Y'all, I just drove over to this trophy store around the corner here. For like 20 minutes, the guy's like, yeah, we don't have any hardwood panels. I can see like 100 panels. So now I'm fussy, but I don't have to be fussy because I went over to Hobby Lobby and found this amazing thing. Basswood Country Round. Look at the size of that thing. Oh, and it's the perfect shape of an elk crown mount. And I think I'll use the same color tinted urethane that I did on the antlers on the panel. I'll let it dry, then we'll scuff it. Man, things are getting good. Hang in there. We're gonna make it rain beautiful. All right, there's the finished project, the restoration project. I think it looks beautiful. I think it turned out really, really cool. And I'm a pretty tough critic on my own work, but I think that's a really nice way to take something that was rotten behind the barn and putting it up in the house or in the inside of the barn. Thank you, like always, for watching.
Whew, that's better.